The next speaker is from India. I was in Goa. I was in Goa for 4 years. I educated myself economic in Goa for a long time ago, 2007. And now I'm so happy that in our association we have speakers from India. India and Afghanistan, they had a very long relationship. And now we are going to listen from female speakers from India. What do they have for Afghanistan female? Sangeeta Sumesh is going to talk about what it takes to be a female leader. She is having over 25 years of experience as a leader in an international organization. So she is the one for talking about it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's listen to the Sangeeta Sumesh.
Wow. Wow! Wow! Are you wondering why I'm starting with wow? Because wow to me means the world of women. Wow also means the wonder of women. And wow also means to me the worthiness of women. My dear friends, I'm happy to be addressing all of you on the global leadership for women. Women, like we know, the Creator has made us so amazing. He has not only given us beauty, He's also given us the brains. He's made us benevolent. He's made us balanced. He's made us bold. And He's made us the best. Brains to lead. Benevolence to be empathetic. Balanced to be fair and just. The boldness speaks of our courage, and the best in whatever we do. Don't you agree with me? So if you were to notice, all these are great qualities to be a leader. To lead the self, to lead others, and to lead businesses anywhere in this world. Yet, don't you think it's ironical that we need a Women's Day, an International Women's Day, to remind the entire world about our existence? And we also make about 50% of the population. And yet, we need an International Women's Day. Tell me, have you heard of men in leadership? So then why do we need a specific day or, specific term like women in leadership? What is missing? Can't it be just based on merit and not gender? How can we create this shift? Well, traditionally, if you were to notice, the responsibilities were divided. But well, it's not the case anymore. With the changing times, we also need to change. So the first thing that I think we need to do is to create awareness. Create awareness on the responsibilities that it can be equally shared by both men and women. The second thing is to educate. Educate does not necessarily mean the traditional education, but educate the people around us on how the world is evolving and educate them on the shared responsibilities between men and women. The next thing I would like to say is the culture building, which starts right from our homes. Let me pause and share with you my experience of my growing up years. I'm the only child for my parents. And during my growing up years, I was never told anything about gender. It was only based on what I am capable of as an individual. Can I achieve something that I want to? Am I worthy of it? Can I go ahead and do it? Do I have the capabilities? This was what was told to me as a child. And that has been deeply ingrained in my belief system. And therefore, gender does not come in my way. And that's why I think the culture starts right from our homes. You know, many times ignorance is bliss because during my growing up years, we did not have an International Women's Day, and nor was such importance that was being given to women and stuff like that. But yet, because of the encouragement I received from my parents, that's what helped me to shape and grow as I did in my career. And therefore, my dear friends, I want to tell you, know your worth. Trust on your capabilities. Believe in yourself because you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. So, women, should women be leaders? Should they be leaders all the time? I know women have all the capabilities, but let me also tell you, there is this overriding clause because end of the day, it's a matter of individual choice. It's a decision that has to be left with the women. They can decide what they want to do with their lives, what they want to achieve, the path they want to take. And therefore, the best would be to leave it to the women to take charge of whatever they want, take charge of their lives, be in control of what they want to achieve, because that way you're already sure that there's a leader and a winner in the woman. So tell me, why diversity? Why is diversity even important? Why is diversity being talked about so much during these times? A very simple reason. Women are wired differently, and therefore women bringing different perspectives, different thought processes, and they have proven that they have the potential globally. Look at so many successful business houses, successful nations. Most of them are being led by a woman because women contribute to effective decision making. They ensure there's better corporate governance and they bring about the desired change that's needed. But let me also tell you something. When I mean diversity, it's not just gender diversity. There also needs to be diversity in culture, diversity in thoughts, diversity in age, diversity in geography, and so on for all-rounded growth and success. And therefore, diversity becomes an important ingredient for successful organizations, successful nations as well. As I'm a high-performance business and leadership coach, as well as a senior finance professional, let me talk about 3 interesting anecdotes of high-performance women leaders and the financial impact they managed to create. One of the key things for high performance is transformation. So when you talk about transformation, who is the woman leader that comes to your mind? To me, it's none other than Indra Nooyi, the ex-global CEO of PepsiCo. And you know why I like her a little bit more? Because she's from the town from where I belong, the city of Chennai, which is in the southern part of India. Indra Nooyi grew up here and of course went on to becoming the CEO of the global major PepsiCo in the United States. So what is the transformation that she brought about? Indra transformed PepsiCo during her tenure, making her one of the most successful CEOs. What did she do? There were many key restructurings that happened, including the spin-off of Pizza Hut, KFC, and Taco Bell restaurants during her tenure. The company used the proceeds from the sale to reduce its debt, accelerated its buyback strategy, and enhanced further business development. And Indra also managed to bring about a healthier outlook of the perspective to PepsiCo. She classified the food as fun for you, better for you, and good for you, thus transforming the way PepsiCo was perceived and leading PepsiCo to high performance. Let me share with you the second story based on another important ingredient for high performance, which is purposefulness. The example I want to share here with you is about Kiran Mazumdar Shah, the managing director of Biocon Limited, and her purposeful leadership path that she undertook. Kiran, during her initial days, faced many challenges because they considered her young, they were biased on her gender, and they did not rely on her business model. Funding her business became a challenge because no bank wanted to lend her money and nobody wanted to work for a startup at that time. Not only that, she faced technological challenges as well. Unstable infrastructure, poor quality of water, unhygienic labs, low quality equipment, and workers without advanced scientific skills. Yet, Kiran did not give up on her challenges. Kiran went ahead and listed Biocon in the stock market with the intent to raise capital and further develop Biocon's research programs. Biocon went on to becoming India's first initial public offering of a biotech company. Kiran knew how to embrace challenges, and by being purposeful, she was able to move ahead and take large strides for Biocon. And with consistent and persistent efforts towards her purpose, she ensured high performance. Let me share the third interesting anecdote. And the key for high performance here is crisis management. The example I want to share here is that of Mary Barra. Mary Barra was the first woman CEO of the auto major General Motors, and she handled crisis so efficiently. Should an organization be hit by crisis at any time, one must be ready to handle it, because crisis, like we know, can just pop up anytime and from anywhere. So in the case of General Motors, they were in trouble because of a defective ignition switch that it had produced. And Mary had to face the wrath of the American public, and yet Mary was widely praised because of the way she handled this crisis. She was honest, she was humble, and she sincerely had the desire to change the errors right from the fundamentals. And this attitude of hers is what helped her to grow her business. In fact, under her tenure, the company made bold moves, including exiting the Russian market, pulling the Chevy brand out of Europe, and winding down Australian manufacturing, thereby leading to high performance. So, my dear friends, women and high performance go hand in hand. There are so many such real life anecdotes, and of course, I picked the popular ones. Let me also share with you another key for high performance, which is to step out of your comfort zone. Because, like you know, what they say is magic happens outside your comfort zone. Let me take you through my own example on how, even though I was so reluctant and didn't want to step out of my comfort zone, how I managed to do it. Like you know, I'm an author of 4 books, and believe me, I never had an intention to write a book. In 2015, I had been on a family vacation to Cambodia. I had visited the killing fields there. When I saw those barbaric incidents that happened, because even now when you walk through the killing fields, you'll find pieces of bones and nails strewn all over. Extremely torturous stories. That did something to me. And I was left with the thought, what happens if man is so cruel with innocent people? So that led me to write my first book, which is a spiritual thriller called A Glance at the Unknown. When I started telling people that I have written a book, everybody assumed it to be a finance book because I said finance professional, you're a CFO with about 25 years experience. So where is the finance book? And therefore, I went on to writing my next book, which is called What the Finance? And that went on to becoming a national bestseller. From that, I wrote another book. It's called Get High, How to Coach Yourself for High Performance in Your Work, which is an activity-based book that helps you to coach your own self to get to greater levels that you would want to. My latest book is called Where's the Moolah? And that talks about financial growth hacks for business for better profitability. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is, when my first book was out, I almost thought, let me not go and tell the world. I would just keep it to myself because I wasn't sure if I would be accepted as an author. What will people say? I had all these stories in my head, all these questions and the fear of failure as well. But I mustered the courage, went on to publishing the book. And of course, one thing led to the other. But guess what? My first book won me an award as one of the 100 inspiring authors of India. Now, when I look back, had I remained in my comfort zone, my books would never have been out. And I truly believe there's a book in each of us. So go ahead, if you're planning to write a book, go share your story with the entire world. Another time, again, I managed to step out of my comfort zone was when I decided to quit my corporate career of 25 years and get started by myself. Yes, I did have fear. I didn't know how the world would perceive me, whether will I get my clients, and I did have a lot of the fear. But I went ahead. I relied on my gut feel. And now I work with corporate leaders and teams on enabling high performance and enhancing financial growth. And that's why, my friends, from my experience, I would like to urge you and share with you and see how you can step out of your comfort zone so that you can go and create the magic that is required in your life. Let me also ask you something. What is your aspiration for your high performance? Are you ready to step out of your comfort zone? Are you ready to create the awareness? Are you ready to educate and set the right culture and starting from yourself? Are you inspired enough to go ahead and be the change that you want to? The change that you want to create? To be the high performer that you want to? And to be the global leader that you would like to. Because if you can be an inspirational self-leader, you pave the path not just for yourself, but for many others to follow suit. We as a society need to encourage diversity. Because when women are at the helm of leadership, they help improve effectiveness of the organization, of the business, and of course, of the nation as well. The benefits of a mixed team of both men and women bring a broader range of input on strategic issues, thus giving strength and leads to high performance. By helping and nurturing better diversity, you are enabling high performance and leading to overall growth. With that, I'd like to wish you all the very best of high performance and scaling to great leadership heights, paving the path for others to follow you and success in all that you do. My best wishes. I'm happy to connect with you all on LinkedIn and other social media. My handles are The Gain Enabler. I'm Sangeeta Shankaran Sumesh. You can look for me as The Gain Enabler and happy to connect with you. Wishing you all success once again.
Thank you, Sangeeta Sumesh. That was epic. That was so nice.